Today on the channel, Jakks Deluxe Aggression, Best of 2009, Triple H. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today on the channel, we've got a little throwback unboxing, and we're talking about Jakks Deluxe Aggression, Best of Jakks Deluxe Aggression 2009 Triple H. A little history on this line, just brief history. As you guys know, Jakks Ruthless Aggression is what we originally and usually talk about on the channel, and we unbox on the channel. However, there was Deluxe Aggression, and that was the next step in the evolution of wrestling action figures. And we owe Deluxe Aggressions from Jakks, I think Mattel, Super 7, AEW, Jazzwares figures, Unrivaled, Unmatched, soon to come. They owe a debt of gratitude to the Deluxe Aggressions. These were the next step. Ruthless Aggression brought, the Titantrons to the Ruthless Aggression to the Deluxe Aggression, and the Deluxe Aggression to the Mattels and everything we have this modern day. This was the first real wrestling action figure line that had ab crunch for more maneuverability, a little bit more deluxe play. Also, the head scans seemed to get better. Just a much improved figure, and with a much improved figure came the next level price point. These were anywhere from $12.99 to $18.99, depending where you were buying them from. There was deals, there was KB deals, all that kind of stuff, Toys R Us, you name it back in the day. But really the next evolution in figures, like I said earlier. Now, I'm working on a complete collection of Deluxe Aggressions. I started this before I decided I wanted a complete RA set, Ruthless Aggressions. So I do need to go back and pick up a few of the deluxe ones I have been missing. Most importantly, I'm missing every single Rey Mysterio, as I did buy a complete Rey Mysterio collection, lost in the mail a long time ago. Long story short, I don't have any Reys. Got to look to getting the Rey figures and a few others. Now, I do not normally collect the best ofs, and we'll talk about that when we get into the figure. But this one was a Ruthless Aggression lot I picked up back in the day. Said, why not? I'll open it up on the channel. We can talk about it. Do a little Deluxe Aggression talk, as we don't do a whole lot of Deluxe Aggression talk, at this time at least, on the channel. So let's do it like we normally do it. We'll take a look at the packaging. We'll open it up, all that kind of fun stuff, and we'll go from there. So let's look at the packaging on this one. Now, these Deluxe all had very similar packaging. Nice black packaging. I always like the packaging on these. A little bit big. A lot of places to go wrong, we'll call it. There's a lot of places where things can get damaged, dinged up, so it is a little difficult to find some of these mint on card, mint in box, whatever you want to call this. They would get beat up on the store shelves, and as they didn't sell and stuff, and then people's collection. Unless you're really taking care of these, you're not going to find a ton of mint ones of these out in the wild. That's been my experience, at least as a collector. If you go to secondhand stores, toy shops, you see some of these from time to time, but they're usually dinged up, beat up. Stickers on them, especially from KB, stuff like that. So that is one note. One thing I always hated by Jakks, we probably talked about it somewhere along the line, and before we look at the packaging, we'll just cover it now. They used to do a best of every year. So this one's a best of 2009. They would put a stamp on the figure's thigh, and that would be Ruthless Aggression, that would be Deluxe Aggression, Jakks figures. It would be kind of, here's the perceived best of. I don't know who voted on that they were the actual best of figures of that year, but somebody did. I guess some Jakks employee, maybe they said these are the best selling ones. I'm not sure the rules on that, but they would find, the best of Deluxe Aggression. From all the lines, they would take the 5 or 6, let's say 3, 6 figures they perceived to be the best, and they put it in one line at the end of the year. Did the same thing for Ruthless Aggressions. They also did the Ruthless Aggression pay-per-view series, best of pay-per-view or best of WrestleMania sets, stuff like that. Honestly, it felt like a major cash grab at the end of the year, basically re-releasing the same figures with just a stamp on the thigh. I never really understood that, because I don't know of any collectors that are all in on the best of figures. Most pass on them because they just don't fit your collection. Who wants wrestling figures, be it loose or in the package, that has that little best of stamp? It just does not look right to me. I always thought it was goofy, and I always thought, hey, if I'm a little kid buying these figures, I don't want Chris Jericho with a best of stamp on his thigh. I want the regular Chris Jericho. And it's not like a lot of these Jakks Ruthless Aggressions and Deluxe Aggressions were really that hard to get. Best of Triple H 2009, there was probably 3 other Triple H's on the shelf at this time period. And if I'm a kid, all day long, I'm grabbing the one that doesn't have the stamp on the leg. That's just me. One thing I cut the rules on, people say, Kyle, well, you can't have a complete Ruthless Aggression collection unless you have the best ofs. I don't agree to that philosophy. You can if you want. I don't count it. I already have all those figures. The only thing it is missing that stamp. Nobody wanted those figures back in the day, so they're extremely hard to find and track down. And I don't know how many were made, but it seems like the quantities of the best ofs weren't as many, because I think Jakks deep down knew, hey, we're not going to sell a whole lot of these figures. So I do not count those as part of a complete collection. You can if you want, but I just do not. It just doesn't make sense. We have the same figure, it just has a stamp. Yes, it's different. Maybe it's a variant. I don't know. I'm not counting it because I'm not going to double up my whole collection with figures I already have. Just the way it's going to be. So there's a little talk about that best of. Very, very strange. Very much feels like a cash grab to me, and always has. So there's the packaging. We talked about black. I really like the black with the silver lettering. I always thought that was a really cool eye-catching thing on the shelf. Obviously, these were a game-changer figure. We talk about game-changers a lot. These took wrestling figures to the next level. That ab crunch was so important to changing the way you could play with your figures. You could display. You could do photography and all that kinds of stuff with these figures. With that added ab crunch, added a whole nother level. They did always come with various accessories, like any Jakks figure did. You would of course get your sledgehammers and stuff, but the Deluxe Aggression line, for the most part, had more deluxe accessories. I don't know if you can call a wood plank a deluxe accessory, but that's what this comes with. And you didn't see that wood plank with the traditional Ruthless Aggression. I'm sure there was some crossover here and there. I remember there was one, maybe it was a Batista figure that came with like a big, oversized, almost like clown-type hammer. They had some really interesting accessories back in the day with some of these Deluxe Aggressions. And this is no different, because Triple H, and he loved wood planks. You know, his was that Triple H collected wood. Fossilized wood was a favorite of Triple H. He would collect it. He would collect wood out in the forest. He would collect wood that was in the ocean that was fossilized and aged. And that's what they represented here in the pack. I'm not 100% sure if that's exactly how the story went, but somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong on that. I know one of you guys will, but there it is. It shows a little bit of the action in the little circles there. You got deluxe articulation. You got the old glamour shot. You got the massive wood plank. Gotta love a wood plank. What's that say there? Action accessory. So it even calls out that wood plank. I mean, it's basically like a 2-in-1 pack. It's like a second figure at this point. Got a little bit of a Triple H graphic back here. See a little window on the side. Window on the other side. Little window on the bottom. Nothing on the top. And then you get to the back of the package. There it is. Always love Jakks. Always promoting. Look at the top there. You got the rest of the best of collection at the top. The 6 people in the set. And then you got a regular line. Let's see. That it would be Deluxe Aggression Series 22. So you got the 6 figures in that series down below. Like I said, I always love how Jakks promoted their other lines. It's always cool to look back and see who was in these lines. So there you have it. So very interesting. We'll open this bad boy up. Let's see what's going on here. No paint application issues. You rarely saw paint app issues with the Jakks figures. That's just my experience between the RAs and the Deluxe. I don't think it was as intricate, detailed as some of the paint apps that we see nowadays. Obviously, this is a long time ago. These figures came out 2009. So that is of note there. But very cool figures. Game changer figures, really cool. You take the head off this, you put it, you know this is Triple H. And I would argue the point that some of these old Deluxe Aggressions and Ruthless Aggression head scans are better than the modern day Mattel counterpoints in some examples, that's for sure. So, all right, let's open up Triple H. Whoa. Very cool backing there. You got Triple H right there. Very cool packaging on these, like I said. See you later. There we go. See you later. And now we get to the old plastic prison. There it is. Let's pop out this wood plank first. It's even got its own little protector on there. You got to protect these wood planks. We did open up a John Cena way back, like 6 months ago on the channel, and he came with this very wood plank. So apparently that was a go-to Deluxe Aggression. Whoa, there it is. See you later. All right, no sticky Jakks disease. You guys know how I hate that. We do got a little bend in the leg. Oh, straightened it out. Very solid. Man, the tight joints on these, amazing. It's tough. When you're buying loose Deluxe Aggression figures, you come out with a lot of loose limbs, especially in the ab crunch. The ab crunch was not perfected back in the day on these figures. That's put it mildly. So you got to be really choosy. If you're looking at your eBay listings, you might want to email the seller, hey, is that ab crunch tight or loose? Because there's nothing worse than a deluxe aggression with a loose ab crunch. They just flop, just a hot mess. But this one obviously is perfect out of the package. I love this figure. This is a little bit big in the muscles. That was one thing with the deluxe aggression. They were a bit cartoony, a bit oversized from time to time on some of the figures. Some of the Hardy Boys figures, really big. Some of the legs every once in a while were a little bigger than I would have liked. But all in all, a very solid figure, this Triple H. You can see right here the best of 2009 on the leg. Just not a fan. At least it's in white. It's not the black border we've seen on a few of them. That's really annoying, the black. But still, it's okay. The wood plank, it's a wood plank. What are you going to do with this thing? I wish it was a wooden table. I think we'd all rather have had a table. Just a plank breaks in half. I guess if you're doing a backstage scene or something, you can have this sitting against the wall and, they can use it as a weapon or something. But it's always funny with these Jakks accessories, how they always look like old, dilapidated. They just look like they were found in the back of an alley. Like wrestlers are just, the backs and some of the accessories they use, and it's just, they found them back in the garbage and they pulled them out. That's where they get them from. It's just always strange to me. I wonder what the reasoning was for that. It would be awesome to find somebody from Jakks and say, why did you use, like, in accessories pack, an old mattress that looks like it's been sitting in the elements for 5 years? Why would you use a wooden plank? What was the reasoning behind that? I don't know if they're just trying to be funny, or they just don't know that, hey, we need accessories. Or Jakks had many licenses outside of wrestling. Did they use some of that stuff from other toys? We've seen that with many. Mattel, Hasbro over the years. We've seen that a ton. Battle Cat, the original Battle Cat for He-Man was a big gym figure accessory of a cat back in the day. So that isn't unprecedented. Maybe that's the same thing Jakks did. I don't know. All in all, though, this Triple H figure, love the deluxe aggressions. A little big. They do not scale with your Mattels, unfortunately. They are about an inch too big, at least. Really big arms, big muscles. Cartoony, I guess you would call them. But they definitely have a special place in a lot of collectors' hearts, including mine. And like I said earlier, I think it's time for me, once I get this Ruthless Aggression collection put to bed, maybe I'll start slowly inching my way and picking up a few more of these to complete this collection. As like I said, I'm pretty close. I think I'm missing 10 to 15, and that could be pushing. It might be even less than that at this point. But all in all, a good deluxe aggression from Triple H. Had a lot of strong head scans during the 2009 time with Jakks. I always felt. So there it is. You guys tell me in the comments, do you like deluxe aggression? Have you ever picked up deluxe aggression? Do you have any deluxe aggression? Give me your deluxe aggression thoughts. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're pumping out new videos every single day, as you guys probably know by this point. And I'm sure we'll have more Jakks Deluxe Aggression talk in the future. I can tell you for sure in the Classic Superstars line, we're going to have a lot of talk about it. But more in the regular line down the line. So there you have it. For Triple H, his trusty wood plank, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.